So motherfucking design on right now. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. I got 3 old guys to the wall.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nikmatus Sholikha from English Education Study Program, class of 2022 from PGRI WIRANEGARA University. On this occasion, I will explain about a complex sentence. A complex sentence is a sentence which consists of independent clause and dependent clause. For independent clause, it is a sentence can stand alone. And for dependent clause, is a sentence cannot stand alone. For dependent clause, they are divided into 3 types. There are adverbial clause, adjective clause, and noun clause. The first type is adverbial clause. For adverbial clause, it use a subordinate conjunction to connect independent clause and dependent clause. For subordinate conjunction include before, since, when, after, although, because, and others. An adverbial clause can located in the beginning of a complex sentence. If it is in the beginning, adverbial clause or dependent clause with independent clause are separated by commas. And here is example of the sentence use adverbial clause. You were playing when he left. When is a subordinate conjunction. When he left is adverbial clause. Or when he left, comma, you were playing. When is subordinate conjunction, and when he left is adverbial clause. And the next type is adjective clause. For this type, it use relative pronouns. And here's the example of relative pronouns include who, which, whose, whom, and that. And here's the example of the sentence. That is the computer that was made in China. That is relative pronouns. That was made in China is adjective clause. And the last type is noun clause. For this type, the dependent clause acts as a noun. A noun clause can function as the subject or object. And here's the example of that. If it uses a subject, what he eaten is tasty. What he eaten is noun clause. If it used as an object, I forget where is my car. Noun clause is where is my car. There are some characteristics of a complex sentence. For independent clause, only ever contain one independent clause. For dependent clause, always have at least one dependent clause. And the last, for the conjunction, the 2 clauses are joined together by a subordinating conjunction. Once you understand these components, you can start building your own complex sentence using this formula. Main clause plus connective plus subordinate clause. And next, how to write a complex sentence. To understand how to write a complex sentence, we will need to learn the different components of a complex sentence, include main clause, connective, and subordinate clause. For main clause, it is important because main clause makes grammatical sense independently. 4. Connectives are used to connect phrases and clauses together and improve the flow of their writing. And last is subordinate clause. Usually begins with a subordinate conjunction. This part of the sentence follows a connective to add additional information. And the next, the example of complex sentence. I will give you my book when I finish reading the book, or when I finish reading that book, comma, I will give you my book. Number 2, although I'm not very good, comma, I really enjoy speaking English, or I really enjoy speaking English although I'm not very good at it. And last, it can be concluded that the way to express a complex sentence is by combining an independent clause with dependent clause by adding conjunctions such as if, unless, when, before, although, who, that, because, since, and others. That's all for me. Thank you, and I'm sorry if there is any wrong words or wrong explanation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.